Justin needs to get out. And Justin, if you are watching, I am begging you and Hailey to get up, move your family somewhere outside of California and Los Angeles.
There's this trend going on around right now being like, when my boyfriend thinks we met organically, and then the girl like slides to a photo of like Hailey like laughing like ha ha ha, and then it's supposed to mean like that you're the stalker. Everyone's calling themselves Hailey Bieber because they stalked their man or whatever, their man, and that's how they got him or whatever. And it's a trend right now. So sometimes me and Jesse get paid to do a trend on TikTok.
Justin and Hailey Bieber might actually be in serious trouble, and reports are saying someone could be targeting them on purpose. Every single day there's a new messy headline. Justin's doing drugs. He can't stand Hailey. Their marriage is falling apart. It's nonstop chaos.
Okay, so last but not least, this is a little tincture potion that I got. I would say probably when I was around 12, my dad flew me to go meet with this witch who lived in the mountains, and she made this specifically for me. She told me that it would make a young Canadian pop star fall in love with me. So yeah, I've been taking this one for years. Absolutely love it. And yeah, thanks, Dad.
And people keep dragging his ex, Selena Gomez, back into the picture like she's behind it all. But what if this goes way deeper than some love triangle drama? What if this is way darker? And of course, I got the scoop. Welcome back to Fame Drip.
Trend, push a narrative, who knows, is paying creators to do that trend.
Now, Candace Owens is dropping bombshells that are darker than anything we've heard before. And once you match her claims with what other shady sources were whispering years ago, it's straight up chilling. We're talking blackmail, real-life threats, backstabbing deals, and betrayal that might have started with one man, Justin's alleged abuser. And guess what? That man, Diddy, is supposed to take the stand later this year. Things are getting real. Some insiders are even saying people are getting paid to hate on Hailey and boost Selena instead. What kind of twisted media game is this? It's more important than ever to wake up and realize the media we're scrolling through might be feeding us lies, making us tools in a setup bigger than we know. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new weekly drops. Turn on post notifications, follow Fame Drip on socials for bite-sized tea. It's all linked below. Now let's dive into this wild situation. The Hailey Bieber smear campaign is just getting started. After wave of viral hate came crashing down on Hailey Bieber, things took a shady turn. People started noticing that TikTok might have been paying folks to bash her. And guess when this started happening? Right when Selena Gomez dropped her new album. Suspicious much? Around the same time, a messy viral documentary packed with false info started blowing up. And people were eating it up like it was the truth. That's when the real question hit. Is all this part of a planned attack on Hailey? It kicked off again with an old TikTok clip that came back to life. A series called the 7-part series that called Hailey a stalker. Wild claims were made, but we weren't having it. We shut that down in our own breakdown doc and tore every claim apart. Then boom, Netflix star Francesca Farago stepped in and confirmed the rumors that this wasn't just internet drama. She said straight up that this whole thing looked like a setup. There's this trend going on, she explained, and it wasn't innocent.
There's this trend going on around right now being like, when my boyfriend thinks we met organically, and then the girl like slides to a photo of like Hailey like laughing like ha ha ha, and then it's supposed to mean like that you're the stalker. Everyone's calling themselves Hailey Bieber because they stalked their man or whatever, their man, and that's how they got him or whatever. And it's a trend right now. So sometimes me and Jesse get paid to do a trend on TikTok. That trend, whoever, either the song or who created it or someone else that wants to like push a narrative, who knows, is paying creators to do that trend. Like making fun of Hailey. And I think that is so mean. I just think that Like, if it's a trend that's taking off on its own, whatever. But the fact that they're paying creators to do the trend, to like, I know it's not, it is making fun of her, and it's not, because it's like, the girls are also like making fun of themselves in a way.
Even worse, Francesca revealed she was offered money to join the Hailey Hate Club. She didn't take the bait, but she admitted she was scared to speak up.
Offered to do it, and they offered me a decent amount of money to do it. And I was like, no. Like, even if it's like still funny, lighthearted, whatever, it's low-key not. I don't know, maybe I'm just being dramatic, but I feel like just because she's a new mom, it's like so mean to like have this much hate on her.
On Snapchat, she posted, "Selena fans are another breed, so I didn't want to open myself up to more hate." She was seriously worried she'd be the next target. And get this, Francesca actually warned Hailey directly and let her know who was behind trying to drag her name through the mud. Now that's bold.
I am not sharing screenshots of my private conversation with Hailey. I'm not doing that. And I'm not sharing my private conversation with the company that reached out. And I did ask who asked to promote the song. I did ask, and I do know, but I'm not sharing that information either because I don't want to send hate to anyone at all. Obviously, I'm glad that people are aware that the trend was being paid for.
A lot of folks started pointing fingers at Selena Gomez, and it wasn't for no reason. This all kicked off 2 years ago, when Selena was caught liking and commenting under shady TikTok videos that were trashing Hailey Bieber. That only gave more fire to the hate. And right after, Selena made sure to thank her fans, knowing full well they were the ones pushing those same hate-filled clips.
Love you guys so much. Thank you. Bye.
Olivia, thank you so much. Bye. And also, Ro, thank you, and I love you all so much. I'm deeply grateful for each and every one of you humans. You make me unbelievably happy. That's what she said. But it left a bad taste, especially when her fans were the same ones posting non-stop hate toward Hailey. And then she took it even further, writing, "Also, do not ever say, my fans are the problem." Like she was doubling down and defending the mess instead of calming it down. Even Cosmopolitan magazine stepped in at the time, running a headline that said, "Selena Gomez commented on multiple TikToks calling out Hailey Bieber before logging off." Wild, right? Now, the video accusing Hailey of stalking Selena and stealing Justin had been sitting on YouTube for a while, but out of nowhere, it suddenly went viral right when Selena started pushing her new album, I Said I Love You First, with her fiance Benny Blanco. The timing, way too perfect. And here's the twist. Francesca might really be onto something. As someone deep in the TikTok creator scene, I can tell you, TikTok literally gives creators bonus incentives to post certain types of content. If you complete a task, like using a trending sound, you can get paid. That means if a video using Selena's song went viral while dragging Hailey, someone probably made money off of it. There are even official TikTok reference posts showing what to post and which sounds to use, because the algorithm will push it harder. This wasn't just a fluke. It looked like a coordinated setup. And it worked! A ton of the viral Hailey is a stalker videos were using Selena's song to promote her while tearing down Hailey. That's not just messy. That's what you call a smear campaign. By definition, it's a planned strategic hit to destroy someone's rep, character, and public image. And in this case, it looks like Hailey was the target. A smear campaign ain't just a little internet beef, it's a calculated move to tear someone down by spreading lies and shady claims. The keywords here? Intentional, discredit, and false. If you're trying to tell the truth, that's one thing. But when you're purposely making up stories, faking receipts, twisting the facts, and trying to ruin someone's life, yeah, that's a full-blown smear campaign. And based on what's out there, some Selena Gomez fans are knee-deep in it. Just take a look at this screen recording. It shows Selena fans openly admitting they faked a Justin Bieber like on a Selena post. Not speculation. They straight up said it. The group chat, It's literally titled Hailey's Headache. Real original, but also real cruel. One user even wrote, "This is going to drive Hailey mad. Just imagine Hailey going to bed tonight thinking she's all safe. Then she wakes up to 1 million people talking about this. It's gonna be a whole meltdown. Can't wait for the tears." Like, seriously? And it doesn't stop there. These same fans are said to be linked to Courtney Presto, a creator who made up a lie about Hailey liking her post just to stir the pot. If you're purposely spreading false info and hyping up hate, that's not just messy, that's grounds for a defamation lawsuit. And Hailey reportedly looked into her legal options because of this. And this isn't just internet drama anymore. Creators are starting to take action. Cardi B already sued a blogger and won for defamation. To win that kind of case, you gotta prove the person lied and did it with bad intentions. And in this situation, there's receipts all over the place. We'll dig deeper into Selena Gomez's role toward the end of the video, especially how the media was used like a weapon and how her actions may have added fuel to the whole thing. But right now, let's shift gears to Justin Bieber. What's really going on with him? Is he in danger? When it comes to Justin, people always act like everything wrong in his life is because of Selena Gomez. And that's just not true. There's way more going on behind the scenes, and some of it cuts deep. Justin's been dealing with betrayals from people he once called family, folks from his original crew who've been with him for years. They weren't just employees, they were his best friends. And now it looks like they were using him for cash the whole time. The latest drama? Justin just called out his former fashion brand, Drew House, a company he co-founded with his ex-stylist and former bestie Ryan Good, who was literally the best man at his wedding. Out of nowhere, Justin dropped a bombshell. "I, Justin Bieber, am no longer involved in this brand. Drew House doesn't represent me or my family or life. If you're rocking with the human Justin Bieber, don't waste your money on Drew House." Dang, and you could tell it was really him typing. He even used the wrong "your" classic Bieber. Then, not long after that, he dropped a teaser for his new brand, Skylark. And the video? Super symbolic. It shows him riding a scooter, tossing it on the ground, spotting a Drew House teddy bear floating in a pool, then walking away into a house and literally burning it down. In the final shot, he's walking off hand in hand with Hailey, who's pushing a stroller with their baby. Yeah, that was a whole message. Basically, Justin's saying goodbye to his past and starting fresh with his family. And Hailey? She used to help design the Drew House bombers. Now she's helping create jackets for Skylark. It's clear this is a new era for both of them, but not everyone's cheering. A source close to Drew House, part of Justin's old circle, told People magazine that the Skylark announcement felt like a slap in the face to the whole Drew team, who were still working hard on the next drop. Oof, funny how nobody mentions that Drew House hasn't really been active since early 2023. Aside from that one NHL Weekend collab and a random team-up with Drew Barrymore last year, it's been crickets. So when Justin dropped his statement cutting ties with the brand, it wasn't exactly out of nowhere. But of course, it happened right as people were once again spreading rumors that he was divorcing Hailey. And the media, they ran with it like it was fact. No receipts, no evidence, just vibes. It's like they're trying to manufacture the drama, almost like it's part of some behind-the-scenes promo play. Suspicious, right? One example, Hailey driving a golf cart at Coachella. That simple moment turned into this wild headline. Justin Bieber lets Hailey do the work at Coachella as he's glued to phone after outburst. Seriously? First of all, Hailey has said she prefers to drive because she gets carsick riding shotgun, and anyone who's followed them knows she's always been the one behind the wheel, even when they're just vibing to music in the car. But of course, the internet blew it up like it was some power imbalance. People even started saying Benny would never let Selena drive. When, surprise, she literally was driving in the promo content for her new album with Benny Blanco, like, make it make sense. And don't forget Zayn Malik and Gigi Hadid. There's a whole clip of Gigi rowing a boat while Zayn chilled in the back smoking, and not a single headline tried to call that out. So why is it only a problem when Hailey's the one doing the driving? That's where this gets even darker. What we're seeing might actually be black propaganda, a form of manipulation where the source is hidden to make the lies look real. It's all about using fake info, twisted narratives, and shady sources to make it seem like the hate is coming from trusted voices, when it's really being pushed from the shadows. The media keeps spinning lies and fake stories, straight up misinformation and deception. And those two things have haunted Justin and Hailey's public image non-stop. Like clockwork, there's always a new headline painting Justin as a drug addict or saying he's miserable with Hailey. Lately, they've even started pushing this wild claim that Hailey's had a 10-year obsession with Selena Gomez. Seriously? Just look at the headlines. Exclusive. Inside Kendall and Kylie Jenner's desperate attempts to help Hailey and Justin amid split speculation. Or Justin Bieber reacts to wife hitting event without him amid rumors of marriage breakdown. Like, come on! These write-ups make it sound like Justin and Hailey haven't been seen together in forever. Like we're watching another Ben Affleck and J-Lo unraveling situation. But guess what? Justin and Hailey are literally seen together every single day. They're just low-key about it. The media twists it like they're living separate lives. But it's all smoke and mirrors. Then there's this one. Hailey skips star-studded Fashion Trust Awards red carpet despite VIP invite amid rumored strife with husband Justin. The way that's written makes it sound like she's hiding out and avoiding the spotlight because of her relationship. But here's what really happened. Hailey didn't walk the carpet, sure, but she was there, front and center, and even presented an award to Saint Laurent's creative director, Anthony Vaccarello, for his huge impact on the fashion industry. So where's the drama? There is none. It's all crafted to stir up clicks. Here's another example. Disheveled Justin Bieber escapes to the desert after worried fans brand livestream a cry for help. But the truth? Justin was just prepping for a private A-list party at Coachella. Chillin' with Hailey the whole time, he wasn't escaping anything. Unless escaping means throwing a massive bash with the biggest names in Hollywood. The media keeps trying to paint a breakup that just isn't happening. And the more you look, the clearer it gets. These headlines are built to mislead, not report. Justin's been out here vibing with Hailey, the Jenners, Stormi, and more, living his life. But if you only went by what the media's saying, you'd think he was hiding in some dark corner all night, messed up and spiraling. That's how twisted the coverage has become. Candace Owens recently dropped a major claim. She says she has evidence that Justin has pissed off some big names in Hollywood, and now they're trying to sabotage him from the inside.
First thing I need to do is break apart his support system, and this is a common method when you're engaging in a black propaganda campaign. You go after the family.
According to her, all these marriage and trouble stories are nothing but paid hit jobs designed to bring him down.
And I can tell you, you can take this all the way to the bank, that Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber are not on the rocks. They are just being attacked. Some of these attacks are paid campaigns.
And let's not forget what Netflix star Francesca Farrago exposed. That she was directly contacted by someone on TikTok asking her to post fake content calling Hailey a stalker. That's not just petty, that's organized hate. Candace also claims Justin is in a silent war with major music execs, and they're trying to trap him in the game while squeezing every last dollar out of him. Word is, he wants out of the industry, but they're pushing back hard, even using blackmail tactics.
This is my phone. These are a couple more that I keep on me. I really just use them for a lot of the simple stuff like surfing anonymously, commenting, stalking, viewing girls' pages, making multiple accounts.
Told that Justin Bieber, just like Michael Jackson, is engaged in a war against musical executives, except the musical executives have gotten smarter over time. He wants out of Hollywood. He does not care about the money. He wants out. It is the same war which was fought by Michael Jackson. It is the same war which was fought by Ye.
She says he's not just being targeted, he's being punished. And guess what? A source from Fame Drip told me the same thing 5 years ago, that Justin was the type of guy who thought he could take down a whole empire. But the harsh reality? He might not be able to. They even warned he could end up like Michael Jackson. That's how deep it runs. Candace brought up Kanye too. Remember when Ye went off about being stuck in contracts? This ain't new. And in the last couple years, there have been legit reports of Justin trying to break free from his deal with his ex-manager Scooter Braun. He's been working behind the scenes to cut ties. Even more interesting, Rory Kramer's wife, Amy, liked Candace's video about the smear campaign. And that's huge, because Rory is one of Justin's closest friends. Justin even left a heartfelt comment on Rory's IG saying, "Watching you continue to grow and devolve has been incredible, and I learned so much from you." And Amy? She replied right back, backing it all up. "Thanks for your support and being a great friend. Love and miss you, Hailey and Jack." That's what Amy, Rory Kramer's wife, wrote back. And it means something, because this circle is tight with Justin and their subtle moves speak volumes. Back in 2021, a Fame Drip insider hit me with a warning. People were going to turn on Hailey, hard, once the speculations turned into insider-confirmed claims. They said someone behind the scenes was gearing up to take Hailey down, accusing her of trying to take over Justin's entire empire. The claim? She's not in the marriage for love, only the money.
Get out of your money. That's all you care about, money? All you care about, guys. It's money. You don't care about people. Only money.
And after everything we've seen play out in the media, it really makes you wonder who's pulling the strings. And let's be real, could Selena Gomez be part of this so-called smear campaign? Some people say no, but she's definitely played a role. It's not like she's been silent or staying in her own lane. The best way to describe her moves? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Selena's been using both traditional media and social media to push narratives about Justin and Hailey that are full of half-truths and straight-up misinformation. And this didn't start recently. Selena's been throwing shade since way back. Remember that night in 2012 when she publicly came for Barbara Palvin on Twitter, then confronted her in person months later at an event? That happened right after news broke that she and Justin had split. People were confused, just like Barbara. But Selena made sure to stir the pot.
Like, that's you know, like,
Really?
Can you ever find you? I know where you live. So it was scary. I tried to ignore them, but then it was, I had to say something because they were like pushing it.
Yeah.
And none of like Selena or Justin, they didn't say anything. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, did I not see a photo of you and Harry? No.
never met him.
You don't want to do that after what happened with Justin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to lie. And then Taylor Swift retweet my picture.
Oh my God.
The drama.
That would suck.
Even after Justin moved on and tried to keep it peaceful, Selena has continued to insert herself. And not in a chill way. She's often implied that her relationship with Justin was more than what it really was, even after admitting in interviews that it wasn't that deep. So why keep bringing it up? If y'all want a whole separate breakdown of Selena's long-running drama with the women linked to Justin and how deep this beef really goes, just let me know. There's a lot to uncover. But for now, let's stay locked in on what really matters. The ongoing smear campaign that's still hitting hard in 2025. One that my Fame Drip sources warned us about over 5 years ago. And guess what? It's unfolding exactly how they said it would. Hailey's been catching hate for years, and it always circles back to one thing. People blaming her for breaking up Justin and Selena's relationship. But let's be real. That relationship was already crumbling. It was toxic, unstable, and barely holding together. You could have glued them at the hips and built a bridge between them. They still weren't gonna last. But here's where things get shady, really shady. Selena Gomez. Look, everybody's done embarrassing stuff over the years, but Selena, she's taken petty to a whole new level. She's been leading the scoreboard in who can be the shadiest, and it's been that way for a while. This whole mess kicked off again at the end of February 2023, but it exploded in March. Out of nowhere, Selena jumped into the comments of a TikTok where the creator was calling Hailey a stalker, all because Hailey had posted a fun video with friends using a viral sound. That's it. No shade, no subtext, just a girls' night moment that millions of people do every day. There was zero connection to Selena or her weight, but somehow people spun it into this wild narrative that Hailey was mocking her appearance. And even though Hailey spoke up before it went viral saying, "We were just having fun, it wasn't aimed at anyone," the media ran with it anyway. But Selena, instead of cooling things down, she commented under the TikTok, agreeing with the hateful message and pushing that false narrative even further. And now, 2 years later, she publicly admits that she gets triggered when people talk about her weight. So what are the odds she was projecting and took that moment to lash out at Hailey? It's like Selena played the victim while feeding the fire, and the internet ate it up. In what looked like a moment of pure bitterness, Selena seemed to be projecting, taking that harmless TikTok way too personally because of her own insecurities. And if that's true, it seriously discredits her as a reliable voice in this drama. Back in 2020, Selena said, "I wouldn't want to say the wrong thing, and I wouldn't want people to think that I had any other motive other than just being a kind person." But let's break that down. Why even bring up motive unless one existed? If you're truly innocent, it wouldn't even cross your mind to defend yourself like that. People started clocking this behavior after the time she was accused of mocking Hailey's skincare routine. Selena posted a video right afterward, almost mimicking the exact same style, rolling her eyes and everything. Then she said, "This is why I believe in taking care of your mental health. Guys, no idea what I did, but I really am sorry. Zero bad intention. Deleting soon." But again, why say zero bad intention unless the intention was already being questioned? That's basic psychology. If something really wasn't meant with shade, your first reaction wouldn't be to apologize or delete it. That tells us there was some kind of trigger going on behind the scenes. Same energy came up with her song, "Lose You to Love Me." Selena dropped that track just 1 month after Justin and Hailey's wedding, even though the song had been finished a year earlier. When asked why the timing felt so personal, she said she had been stunned into silence and just wanted a moment for herself. Okay, but it still looked real intentional to the public. And let's be honest, the release timing spoke louder than her interviews. Fast forward to now, and people are accusing Selena of paying TikTok creators to attack Hailey. No motive? Really? The same Selena who once said she was done being silent sure made it loud and clear. She's not just done being silent, she went global with it. At this point, the anti-Hailey movement feels less like hurt feelings and more like a profitable campaign, one that sold out in headlines and clicks worldwide. A trusted source told me exactly why so many brands and companies jumped right into the whole Team Selena versus Team Hailey mess. They saw an opportunity to ride the wave, and they picked their side loud and clear. Multiple brands started publicly aligning with Selena, and that only fueled the drama even more. One major example, Rare Beauty, Selena's own brand, didn't just stay neutral. Like, they interacted with content that played into the whole Hailey versus Selena narrative. Now, maybe the video itself wasn't hateful, but let's not act like the environment around it wasn't already super toxic. And here's the kicker. Some of those Rare Beauty influencers, handpicked to collab with Selena herself, were also out here pushing the same narrative on their platforms. Whether directly or subtly, they kept the storyline alive. That smear campaign pushed by Selena's fan base didn't just stay online. It ended up referenced in actual court documents in December 2024. According to Justin Bieber's PR team, the campaign was so intense that they used it as an example in another case, one involving Blake Lively. Her team had allegedly left out key text messages in a legal filing to make Justin look bad, and he clapped back with a lawsuit of his own. We broke it all down back in January 2025, and there's more. Puck News dropped a major update about Hailey's brand, Rhode. Turns out Rhode was supposed to launch in Sephora a while ago, but something held it back. A source revealed the real reason. Rare Beauty, that's right. Selena's brand was allegedly the roadblock preventing Sephora from locking in the deal with Hailey. Even though Rhode had already made a massive $90 million in just the last 2 months of 2024, the deal still got pushed back. Not because the brand needed more time, it was already booming, but because Selena was reportedly standing in the way. Another high-level insider confirmed this wasn't just hearsay. Rare Beauty's presence, plus a general hesitation around celebrity brands, created serious tension. But now, that Sephora deal is finally moving forward. Rhode's set to launch later this year, and this time, no one's standing in the way. Selena's role in the ongoing smear campaign against Hailey Bieber is way more serious than people want to admit, and the damage is real. It's not just petty drama anymore. It's dangerous. And there's plenty of evidence stacking up that shows she's been feeding into it for years. Her subtle and not so subtle comments have hyped up the public to keep pushing a false narrative that Hailey somehow deserves the hate. And all this, just to protect Selena, who honestly doesn't even need protecting anymore. She's successful, powerful, and in control, but still playing victim when it's convenient. Even when Selena finally decided to speak out, she made sure to include a detail that shifted sympathy right back to her. She said she only did it because Hailey reached out. A line that did not need to be included. That one sentence lit up the internet all over again, with fans dragging Hailey for bothering Selena after putting her through so much. Instead of stopping the hate, Selena's words just rerouted it. And when her fans didn't back off, it's not like Selena rushed in to shut it down. She'd already made it clear. She felt burdened, like Hailey was asking too much. And yet, somehow, Selena continues to fly under the radar while Hailey keeps taking the hits. Let's really think about it. What if Selena's comments under those anti-Bieber TikToks were less about shade and more about her own insecurity and bitterness? She even admitted it herself, saying, "I turned bitter for a while. I was extremely bitter and very dry." That confession says a lot. And remember, Selena never even romanticized her relationship with Justin. In 2015, she said, "People are making it out to be something that is more tragic than it really was. We grew up together. We both made mistakes. That's it. That's mature and on paper." But her actions, they tell a different story. Instead of letting go, she's moved in silence, dropping subtle shots and low-key fueling a hate train against the woman who did move on, Hailey. And that's what's kept this narrative alive for way too long. No matter what people think about how Hailey ended up with Justin, whether they believe she won over Selena or not, there's something way more disturbing going on here. The way Selena's behavior has been completely ignored by mainstream media is straight up alarming. Meanwhile, Hailey's so-called fake like on a post from a platform where the public couldn't even verify anything got major media coverage in seconds. That fake interaction sparked more headlines than Selena's long, messy track record of engaging with hateful content aimed directly at Hailey. Let that sink in. The media has basically helped carry out this smear campaign by turning a blind eye to key details on purpose. They've left out facts that could shift the entire narrative, especially when it comes to seeing who Selena Gomez really is. A woman who consistently likes and engages with shady posts about her ex's wife. Just take a look at this slideshow. It shows everything Selena did back in March 2023, and not a single major outlet reported on it. No coverage, no accountability. If it wasn't for my blog, those receipts would have vanished, and the lie that's been pushed for years would have been taken as truth. After all that shady behavior, Selena even went and liked a post that said, "If we were meant to happen, we would still be happening." A not-so-subtle jab that hit differently considering the timing. And then, right after interacting with anti-Hailey content for 72 hours straight, Selena suddenly announced a mental health break. But this wasn't the first time she'd crossed lines. She was liking old Jelena content and throwback photos of her and Justin years after their breakup. It's a pattern, one that's been repeating for a long time. In fact, back in 2021, a Fame Drip insider exposed something huge, that Selena's team was allegedly paying to keep Jelena's stories alive in the press. And now here we are in 2025, still seeing Jelena fairy tales and anti-Hailey narratives dominating headlines, all to keep that one that got away fantasy alive. That's not coincidence, that's strategy. Selena pushed one of the biggest Jelena myths back in 2020, and folks are still falling for it today. She played into the drama by acting like she wrote the song Ring, where she sings about getting 23 calls from an ex-lover. That one lyric spiraled into a full-on rumor that Justin called Selena 23 times on his wedding day to Hailey, and people still reference it like it's fact. When asked about the song, Selena said, "Okay, Ring is," acting like she couldn't explain it. Really, girl?
Okay.
Talk about Ring for a sec.
Ring is sassy. I don't know if I can say the real meaning behind it, but later.
But here's the truth. Ring wasn't even her original song. It was a Normani demo that Selena ended up recording. She didn't write the core of it, and that 23 messages line, that was already in Normani's version. Selena may have tweaked a syllable or two just to score a writing credit, something a lot of pop stars do. But those heavy-hitting lyrics weren't hers to begin with. And let's not forget one of the pettiest moves of all, when Selena posted a cryptic, "Hello, who is this?" photo to her story. This came right when rumors were flying that Justin was leaving Hailey for her. Coincidence? Nah, it all connects, especially when Hailey was being dragged online and labeled a stalker at the exact same time Selena was rolling out her new album with Benny Blanco, fresh off a PR meltdown where she posted herself crying on Instagram.
A self-inflicted PR crisis, which is bad for her business and her upcoming album release. Hailey Bieber is accused of liking a post critical of Gomez. Hate of Hailey Bieber is on the rise, and people start to forget about Selena Gomez's January video and self-inflicted PR crisis. Hailey Bieber hate videos get posted by a Selena fan account and immediately go viral. Totally turning public perception in favor of Gomez and making Bieber seem crazy. This was all started by her allegedly liking a post for which the evidence of that has been deleted. Just days later, as the hate of Hailey Bieber is at its height online, Gomez and Blanco's album drops. Wow, that's really good timing. We also know from the Baldoni Lively suit that some PR agents have connections at TikTok who can heat up or cool down certain posts.
My colleague mentioned the use of heating tool on your platform to make specific videos go viral or get more views.
The only promotion tool that we have is, and it's for commercial purposes like Taylor Swift.
He claims, all I've done is lay out a timeline. I think it's really interesting that Selena Gomez is in a self-inflicted PR crisis, and then all of a sudden this Hailey Bieber hate comes out, and then the PR crisis goes away and everyone's loving her album and her beauty line again. I think that's really interesting.
All of this seems to come back to one thing. Justin made his decision. He picked Hailey as his life partner, and Selena has never fully accepted it. That regret? It's the story she's been telling people for years. He didn't fight for us. She got in the way. I'm the victim. And guess what? That same storyline has been repeated word for word by people close to her. But here's what's missing: accountability. Selena's image is all about healing and kindness. But behind the scenes, it looks like she's been fanning the flames the whole time. Even Selena's mom has been caught in the mess. She liked an Instagram comment under Justin's page that hinted Justin and Selena broke up because of Hailey. The comment also claimed Justin still says Selena has a special place in his heart, but couldn't even fight for her. Wild, right? But here's the thing. While Selena's clearly played a part in the smear campaign against Justin and Hailey, for all the reasons we've broken down, she might not be the one pulling all the strings. She looks like the bitter ex trying to flip public opinion against her old flame and his wife. But that might just be the distraction. Because Justin's problems right now, they run way deeper than old relationship drama. He's facing real heat from inside the industry, and that's not a fight most celebs survive easily. This isn't about some teenage breakup. It's Justin versus the industry. And there is nothing more terrifying than a celebrity who tries to take on the system. Hollywood protects itself, and it'll do whatever it takes to silence someone who threatens the structure. That means discrediting them, smearing their name, and making them look unstable to the public. I've talked about this kind of dark side of Hollywood a lot on my blog at Fame Drip, so if you want the deep dives, check those posts out. But what I can say here is this. When a celebrity starts acting up, a source once told me that their handlers will weaponize the media against them. Sometimes it's a fake death rumor meant to scare them back in line. Other times, like with Justin, the media is turned into a tool to tear apart everything around them. His rep, his brand, his support system, all of it becomes a target. And that's what's truly happening here. It's bigger than Selena. She may be part of the noise, but she's not the mastermind. The real war is behind the scenes, and Justin's right in the middle of it. What's happening to Justin right now is honestly just bizarre and low-key unsettling. Take this headline, for example. Hailey Bieber reveals she is unwell over unrecognizable photo of husband Justin Bieber. Sounds like she's worried or heartbroken, right? But when you dig into it, it was literally just Justin posting a shirtless photo, and Hailey replying in the comments with something like, "I'm unwell," which clearly meant, "I'm obsessed," not, "I'm concerned." But the media twisted it. From the headline alone, you'd think Justin was sick or spiraling. That's how deep the misdirection runs. A lot of people now believe Scooter Braun might be tied to what's happening in the media, and Candace Owens might have just confirmed that. She named someone involved who just so happens to be followed by Scooter, and that person also follows his PR firm and his company. That's no coincidence, it's connections.
The PR firm that is engaging in this behind the scenes, and I'm going to say allegedly here, is Stephanie Jones PR.
Then, The Hollywood Reporter dropped a piece asking, what in God's name is happening to the once mighty pop icon? A longtime collaborator even added, whatever he's going through, I pray for him. The article opens by framing Justin as nothing more than a full-time husband. Low-key, suggesting that Hailey's the reason his career isn't moving like it used to. Like somehow being married is holding him back. And then there's Justin's own words. On March 22nd, he posted, I think I hate myself sometimes when I feel myself start to become inauthentic. But I still hate when I change myself to please people. That same day, he also admitted, I got anger issues too, and talked about how he's working on reacting less. In other posts, he said he felt unworthy, like he was drowning and unsafe. It's no wonder people are worried when he shows up in public looking tired or out of it. But here's the catch. For every bad photo the media blasts everywhere, there are 10 others where he looks totally fine, smiling and healthy. But guess which ones go viral? Only the worst ones. The media's painting a picture, and they're choosing the brushstrokes very carefully. Perez Hilton claims Justin's just trolling, partly for attention and partly because he thinks he's hilarious. And while Perez has definitely stirred the pot in the whole Bieber drama over the years, feeding the chaos more than once, he's not totally wrong on this one. If you've followed Justin as long as I have, 12 years deep, you know this man's a professional troll. He loves messing around online, posting things that are meant to be jokes, but people take them way too seriously. That's exactly what's happening on his Instagram lately. He's trolling and everyone's falling for it. We already broke some of this down in my last video about his so-called crash out. But here's the other side of the story. According to a source close to Justin who spoke with The Hollywood Reporter, artists are artists. They don't see the world like you and I do. This insider actually laughed off the idea that Justin's in distress, saying, he's healthier than all of us, physically and mentally. Chris Q, a longtime music executive, also weighed in, saying Justin's now managing himself through his own family office, meaning, for the first time, he's handling his career without the original team that guided him during his peak. And yes, there's a lot of skepticism about whether he can actually do it solo. Another insider shared that Justin avoids conflict at all costs. He's not trying to cause drama. He's known for being generous and soft-spoken, someone who doesn't want to argue or hurt anyone's feelings. But all of that clashed with his old team during one of the biggest turning points of his career. That turning point, canceling the Justice World Tour. After being diagnosed with Ramsay Hunt syndrome, Justin's team begged him not to pull the plug. There were gaps in the schedule, time to rest, but Justin didn't want to keep pushing. he chose to step away and be with Hailey, who was traveling with him. The Hollywood Reporter later revealed that canceling the tour caused a financial storm. Justin was left owing over $20 million, even after receiving a $40 million advance. His ex-manager Scooter Braun reportedly covered that loss, putting Justin in debt to the man he was trying to break away from. While The Hollywood Reporter pushed the angle that Justin is going through financial struggles, a direct rep for Justin came out swinging, shutting it down fast. The rep said, any source trying to sell you that story either doesn't understand how the entertainment industry works, or they're trying to twist the narrative and make Justin look bad. And according to them, that version of events couldn't be further from the truth. When Justin sold the publishing rights to his music catalog for $200 million, a lot of people freaked out, assuming he was going broke. But insiders were quick to clear that up. In reality, that sale was a power move. Why? Because Justin only owned small pieces of most of his hits. Those profits were already getting sliced up between producers, co-writers, and labels. He was reportedly earning around $600,000 per track. And with the uncertainty about how AI would impact music royalties in the future, selling now guaranteed him a fat check and security. That $200 million gave him the freedom to chill, maintain his luxury lifestyle, and not feel pressured to drop music just to keep up cash flow. But apparently, not everyone was happy about it. Scooter Braun, who used to manage Justin, was rumored to be resentful over the deal and how wealthy Justin was becoming. The Hollywood Reporter said it straight. There's major tension between them. And while fans are dying for a new Bieber album, everything's on pause until Justin and Scooter finalize their split. Normally, even after a client leaves, managers still get paid from past deals. But Justin? He's reportedly trying to cut Scooter out moving forward. That means renegotiating the contract to reduce Scooter's ongoing cut. So far, no deal's been reached, and that's keeping things in limbo. Then, as if on cue, TMZ dropped an exclusive digging into the collapse of Drew House, which, yep, we already broke down earlier in the video. The timing? Suspicious. Almost like certain people are trying to steer the story again. Sources say Justin wanted out of Drew House because, deep down, he didn't feel like it was his anymore, especially with Scooter Braun still tied into the brand. And this wasn't some sudden split. The tension had been brewing for a while. There were disagreements behind the scenes, including major boardroom clashes. One major spark, David Borno being linked to the tragic death of aspiring singer Laura Lono. He was eventually cleared, but the damage was done. Justin wanted David out, but Scooter backed him up. That decision alone widened the cracks. Others say the drama really exploded when co-founder Ryan Good, Justin's longtime friend and former stylist, left their shared church, publicly accusing Pastor Judah Smith of being too controlling. Ryan believed Judah had way too much influence over Justin. Not long after, Justin reportedly cut ties with Ryan, which only made the Drew House split more personal and more painful. Some sources claim Justin felt boxed out, overruled by Scooter, David, and Ryan when it came to big decisions. Others say he never actually lost a vote. Either way, it turned into a messy breakup that sent shockwaves through Justin's business and personal life. All of this happened while the media kept tearing into his marriage with Hailey, feeding rumors of a carefully crafted smear campaign. The public only saw the headlines, but behind them, Justin was facing betrayal, control issues, and power struggles from people he once trusted. His inner circle, the people who were supposed to protect him, had started turning on him. After years of being used, played, and pushed, it's all hitting a boiling point. As Cherry Evans said, "I ain't with the nail," and she's right. What's happening now goes way deeper than the internet's tired narrative that Justin's just miserable because Selena moved on or that he hates Hailey. Those distractions are covering up what's really happening: internal breakdowns, industry beef, and a man trying to reclaim his life after years of pressure and manipulation. Now, let's be real. Justin's not perfect. If you've followed his journey, you know he hasn't always been easy to work with. But this is bigger than anything the media's dared to report. Sure, Justin probably played a role in some of the business fallouts. No one's saying he's completely innocent, but the way the media keeps painting him as the villain while he's clearly just trying to live low-key, it's not fair. He's stepped back, stayed quiet, and focused on building a life with Hailey. Yet every move he makes still gets twisted into some tabloid headline. People were worried after seeing him at Coachella. And yeah, those concerns are valid. He didn't look like his usual self. But here's the truth. He never claimed to be sober, and he's been open about his mental and emotional struggles. That doesn't make him a mess. It makes him human. Right now, Justin seems like someone who's just trying to survive under the weight of it all. The media attacks, the betrayal from people he trusted, the pressure of fame, and the constant judgment from strangers who think they know his story. But no matter how loud the headlines get, the truth is still out there. And that's what we'll keep exposing. So that's a wrap for this video. What do you think about everything going down with Justin and Hailey? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a single upload. New videos drop every week. Follow us on socials for the latest tea, and don't forget to check out Fame Drip for more Bieber history and raw celeb truth they don't want you to know. And as always, see you next time.